hello in this video. This video is addressed to my twin flame Shia. Hi Shia. For those watching, I thank you for watching. There's going to be some crime against me, not all, and whatever I say in this video may or may not be true. You cannot use this information against me, and if you do, that will be framing, and that is illegal to do. So I'm going to start with the notes, Shia, and I'm not going to talk about too much crime. Last night I got kind of scared because ever since I went to Joshua Tree, something happened in my heart. It feels like it has a faint heartbeat. It feels like it has a faint heartbeat. And I just quickly checked a year ago what my voice sounded like. And they used a ton of fake AI on my voice to make me sound wicked annoying, like a snob and like a valley girl. That's not my voice, Shia. And that must have really annoyed you. Hopefully you didn't even hear it. Hopefully they were blocking you from hearing what I sounded like. That did not sound like me. That was totally AI. So I'm going to start with the notes now, Shia, and you're going to be angry because they're trying to tell me, I'm not going to, Shia, don't get upset about any of this. Don't get like angry and emotional. But they're trying to say now I can't get delivery because the delivery person that came the last time, they're getting nervous now that they're going to get hurt if they deliver, because someone's threatening to hurt anyone who delivers my groceries. So I'm really, I don't think that you would have that problem. I don't know how you would get your food. I think that's a little, like, it's just getting extreme. Now I have to go pick up my groceries because the delivery people are in danger. And also, I ended up writing my grocery list that I made from Walmart last night because I thought it was going to get deleted off of the internet. Because basically, when I go on Walmart, I click on the heart shape because that adds it to the list. Then I click add to add to the shopping cart, but every time I was adding to the shopping cart, I was forgetting to add it to the list, and that shopping cart can get erased. Obviously, it's not supposed to though, because when you sign into Walmart.com, it saves the grocery cart. But I made the items that I'm gonna talk to you about. I made the list that came up to $112. So I'll talk to you about that afterwards. And I'm getting that someone's threatening to steal my delivery order. It's just, they're trying to make it impossible. So, and I'm constantly getting threats, go live with your dad, go live with your dad. Well, that's actually not an option, because it's not an option. So it would be a humiliation ritual because I don't get treated like an adult and a human being. When I go stay with my parents, I don't get treated like a human being. It's like pure humiliation, and like I lose all of who I am. I have no identity. Like I don't know how to live. I don't know how to like live when I live with my parents. Like I don't know how to be a human being. All kinds of things happens. I can't explain it completely. But these little mice, they just keep me supplied with my AI weapons, and I'll be able to murder Alyssa. Just keep me supplied with my AI weapons. But these murder attempts, so in regards to, so I'm going to talk about something else. When I was about 25 years old, remember when I was living at Maplehurst with my mom, my brother, at around 23, 24, I think 22, I think around 22, 23, 24. We moved into Maplehurst, probably 23 years old. But when I was about 25, I went to go down and live with my dad and my stepmom temporarily. Got that job at the deli, at the grocery store, slicing cheese and meat. And it was about, I don't even think I was there for more than 4 or 5 months. And I was in a really hot room. So it was summertime in Pennsylvania. They had a house. It was kind of a nice house, like it was new. And it was very, very hot. They couldn't do AC on the whole house. So the room that was upstairs where I was staying was on the side where the sun rises. So it was hot. So it wasn't livable. Like I couldn't be in there during the day. But then during the night, I had a box fan in the window, and there was specifically, it had been maybe a month or two, and then it was in the middle of the night. I was having a hard time sleeping because of the heat. It was like 2 or 3 in the morning. Could be 1, 2, or 3 in the morning. I had the fan on, and the door was not locked. I was specifically told, don't embarrass your family members and lock the door. Don't embarrass your family members like that. So my dad rushed in at 1 or 2 or 3 in the morning, like he was angry, and turned the fan off and rushed out and said something with B2K. I'm not going to say I'm not going to say what he said, but it was a threat. It was a hot summer night. The fan should have stayed on. I was too scared to turn the fan back on because it was like he was coming in all angry, like you're wasting my electricity. The fan has to stay off. You can't run this fan on all night. He didn't say any of that, but that's obviously what was subliminally said to me. So that's actually a murder attempt if you're in the hot summer in Pennsylvania, in like a small hot room, and you're trying to go to sleep with barely a sheet on, because I can't fall asleep without something on over me. So I was sweating, I was sticky, the fan wasn't really cooling off the room, and then he goes and turns it off. And he threatened me. He threatened me when he rushed out, and said something like, I'll see what I wrote in the notes. Something could happen to you if you stay here. If you keep staying here, something could happen to you. Something like that. Then I didn't know back then that fans were like costing pennies to run. It costs like pennies per hour to run fans. I didn't know that back then. And I was lied to. I was lied to because I remember both my parents would play around with the fans, it being too hot to run. So I was around 25 years old. I could have got heat stroke. At that point, I started feeling unwelcome. I think at that point I said, well, I guess I have a reason to lock the door. If someone's going to come in the middle of the night, angrily turn my fan off and run out. And wasting electricity. It's the hot summer in Pennsylvania. See, that's how I was treated. Like, if you're lucky you've got a roof over your head, let alone a fan to breeze on you. Like, I was feeling guilty and had to feel punished for running a fan. That type of thing. So at that, I started to think that I was feeling unsafe, not wanting to, and not wanted there. And that was the same time that my stepmom came up to me and said, I'm going to probably divorce your dad if something doesn't change, something doesn't happen. She wouldn't tell me what, but subliminally it was like, not like go away as in leave their house, but just go away. So I was too scared to turn the fan on that night after that happened, and that could have been a murder attempt. But honestly, I was a little bit quiet about my dad, but after hearing about what had happened, I'm not going to be as quiet anymore. Basically, honestly, even if their lives change and they get punished for what they did to me for 38 years, I mean, their lives aren't like... My dad just runs around all day, and my mom pretty much just sits around and orders her dog to do things all day. I mean, honestly, that's kind of like... It doesn't matter if their lives change. Their lives are like already like not that great to begin with, and the whole reason is because of how they treat me and what they do to other people their whole life. You want to disrespect and humiliate me for 38 years and torture me and get all these people to torture them and watch me? You want to watch me fly a homeless sign on the street and then say, oh, that's so embarrassing? I remember going back, when I was flying the homeless sign, I was going back to I went back to tell my dad and show him the sign or something, because he wanted proof that I was doing it or something, and then he goes, oh, that's so embarrassing, that's really embarrassing that you were doing that. You were watching the whole time. Why didn't you do something? Why was I forced to do that? So you want to treat me like less than an animal and humiliate me? You guys are the ones that get humiliated for the rest of your lives. And if you don't have to respect family and parents if they treat you like less than an animal and torture and beat the living shit out of you for 38 years. You don't have to treat them well. So you're not supposed to turn fans off in the middle of the night when someone's sleeping and angry rush out of the room at 1 or 2 or 3 in the morning and act like I'm wasting their electricity. That doesn't really make someone feel welcome either. So here's some notes about things I can't repeat on the internet. But these criminals think that they're so tough with these AI weapons. Like if you make a big banging noise and then you add AI to enhance it, like it can be really scary. Without that AI, that everyone can make big banging sounds. It doesn't like do anything to people. They're like these little dweebs that have these AI weapons and think that they're so powerful with these AI weapons. They're so tough. Bye-bye AI weapons. Hello, little dweebs. Hello, little dweebs. I did find out that there are some people that are getting death threats that are like, I wouldn't say supporting me and you, but they're definitely not agreeing with how we were treated, what was happening to us. And by the way, when my dad sent me that check, he canceled it. I went to Walmart to try to check it in, and it didn't go through, and I got like embarrassed, and they shot me with AI to like make me blush. It was obviously embarrassing, because my dad did a lot of things like that to humiliate me, to trigger me. But then I called my dad, and he goes, oh, wait, I can send you another check. No, I said, no, don't send me another check. And the very little money that he did help me with, it was always like I was like using him for money. I could barely survive. and he had to spend all his money on projects, construction projects, because he had to not stop working. So, and he didn't help my brother at all. And they just played dumb, like there's nothing we can do, we're just so stupid. If you are so stupid and can't figure it out, you ask for help. People like me and you, Shia, we ask for help, we're not going to get help. You guys are all a part of the world, part of society. You guys can go ask for help. So then I got a threat last night. Oh, me and you, Shia, are going to have such a hard time because we have mental health problems. No one's going to be able to, you have no case or trial in the courtroom because you have mental health problems. You can't discriminate against people. You can't, just because someone's mentally ill, people have the right to torture and kill someone? Oh, well, you're mentally ill, so that murder attempt didn't exist because you're mentally ill. That's not how it works. But then they said with V2K, oh, these two little kids trying to be together, you guys are going to have a real problem. You guys are going to really have a hard time. Me and you, Shire, these two little kids trying to be together. People can't spend 38 years trying to kill me and you. All a bunch of pedophiles, older people, trying to kill me and you, Shia. It does something to us. On top of the brain injury that I had at birth, on top of the kidnapping, on top of the constantly being treated like a little child that never grows up, on top of being told I've been a child and treated like a child with all these adult older people they've been trying to kill, it really has done something to me and you, Shia. We haven't developed like other people. It's not a lie. It actually happened. We're not our age. So, in regards to the food, Shia, I know that you're gonna read the whole notebook if you haven't already, and it makes you very happy. You really like this. I haven't been able to ask the pendulum because every time I asked about the notebook and what you thought of it, it didn't work. But you're very afraid right now that you're not being heard. And I noticed the 7 views on YouTube. I noticed the 7 demons in the Quran Rakya. I noticed 7 days in a week, they're weak and possessed. And in regards to the 7 views, what goes after 7? I can't go live with my parents. I can't go live with a family. So I noticed that, Shia. Yeah, I notice those things. I don't typically write it down, but I do notice them because I'm not allowed to possess too. But you're very, very angry. You're very, very angry at my dad, and I am too, Shia. Yeah, I'm not going to keep talking about it because it's too bad. It's too evil. So in regards, so now I didn't say in regards. I did a hair mask yesterday. My hair is very soft today. The reason why I'm not dyeing my hair is because I can't stand the look of roots and I can't afford to keep dyeing my hair, and also because of my health condition I can't keep putting things on my scalp because it goes into the bloodstream, into my head. So yesterday I did castor oil, apple cider, no, I mixed castor oil, essential oil, and olive oil. I did a hair mask, put a lot on my scalp. I noticed, well, someone told, telepathy reporter told me because they're possessing me to not notice it, that I have a little bit of thin hair right here. I took a photo, there's a bunch of little hairs growing underneath this. However, it is kind of thin. I notice a lot of females have thin hair here. However, my dad's mom had very thin hair. I think it was at an older age, started getting really thin. She never completely lost her hair. However, very, very thin. She had female baldness. So I have to be careful about that because I know, I'm not positive, but I'm most likely sure my mother sent me hair baldness spells, especially because it's genetic. I don't think I'm going to lose my hair, but this is not good to have it very thin here. And when I was in the car, those 8 months, first 8 months before I knew you, when I was living in my car, I had clumps of hair coming out. I had such extreme heart problems and stress from what was happening to me with the full body possession. Clumps of hair was just falling out, and I could see my scalp very easily through I could see my scalp completely through. I could see my scalp. I don't know if I have photographs of it. They might get deleted. However, I don't think that they would. I know that your hair is thinning most likely, because I was told up in Palm Springs by a street theater thing. It wasn't like it was good AI. I honestly, over 50% of all men have baldness, so it's very common, not for women though. So I have to be very, very careful with my hair because of my grandmother, my paternal grandmother. Because I looked back that's why I was looking back a year ago to see if my hair was like this. I think it got worse. It may have not, but it may not have, but I think it could have got a little worse. So I'm listening to the hair record to break the hair spells because I'm 100% positive they're trying to make me go bald. And also it's for brain health to put castor oil, olive oil, and essential oil. I use eucalyptus. I put it in a plastic bag, mixed it, put it on my hair for like 2 or 3 hours, went into the bathtub, then shampooed it out. Also, I'm making a mixture of apple cider vinegar, half apple cider vinegar, half water, and I'm going to shampoo my hair. I'm going to spray the apple cider vinegar on my scalp because it gets the residue off the scalp. It's for baldness. And then I'm going to do that at least a few times a week. It says to do it a couple times a week, not every single day. When I did have the apple cider vinegar in a few months ago in my bathroom, I never actually used it. They possessed me not to be able to use it. But I'm going to use it because it's very serious. It's one thing, Shia, that your hair, but you're a man, you can have that happen to you. I've already been through enough. I don't think it would be fair that both of us have hair problems. Well, hair baldness, not problems. It's not a problem, Shia, that happens to you because it's pretty normal for a man to have that. Not for a woman, though. It's very, very humiliating, embarrassing. Well, it doesn't have to be. However, it doesn't have to be. My grandmother's not ugly with the way she has it, but she has to keep her hair real short though to probably keep it. But it's possible it's possible she had a health issue though that made that happen to her. So I'm gonna play the hair mask. The hair rakia for hair growth. I know that people sent me balding spells. I know because of how seriously bad that what happened to me with the full body possession. I could not feel my own body moving for those 8 months in the car, the first 8 months, with all of that stuff happening. The clumps of hair was falling out in the gym. I was going to the gym once or twice a week at Mount Shasta, and clumps of hair were falling out when I was washing my hair. And it was scary. It was very scary. I was continually told, it's stress, it's stress, it's stress, it's stress. This isn't stress, though. That's not stress. But there are lots of little hairs growing. I took a photograph of it. Well, you're not going to see it from this photo. can't really see it that well. So I'm going to try to do the castor oil olive oil mask once a week at least. I did an hour of lifestyle research, Shia, so that we can get organized when we live together. Things I want to do to get organized. And what I noticed about my apartment, our apartment, Shia, I don't think my decor style is that bad. I saw a Instagram feed that is kind of like it's kind of like the style that I have. It's called Forest Sanctuary Abode. I'm going to show you the style. It's kind of like coastal, bohemian, very little like kind of bohemian but not, and like minimal, coastal, kind of bohemian, kind of coastal, kind of like Midwest. So I'm going to show you that account. Luckily there's no like people in the, sometimes I just don't like to see people in the photos because I always get attacked, typically. But this is coastal style home, sanctuary coast. I like the whole ocean scene. This is a little bit too bohemian, but this is kind of like, this is sort of a little bit like my style. A little bit like our style. It's a little bit too, just a little bit, not completely. Lucy Palmer Forest Sanctuary Abode. It's coastal bohemian. However, but see the cactus is kind of desert too. I think if we were, Shia, I was told that you would like to move to the desert, Sedona or Palm Springs or Colorado. So I had to have a telepathic supporter tell me about this because they weren't allowing me with possession to notice it. Like I would always look at it and be like, I would notice it a few times and then I would just be like, and actually I don't have blonde hair. I have brown hair now. I was born with bleached blonde hair, and I would keep bleaching my hair. However, I like the feeling of having hair that's healthy. I had a very, very extremely traumatic thing happen to me. Those times I was living in my car, where the hairdresser bleached it 3 times all over, and it got to the point where I almost lost my hair, and it was just constantly falling out all day long. When I brushed it would just constantly break all day long. It looked like awful. So I don't like that anymore. I don't like that bleach anymore because it was really traumatizing because I was already feeling really gross and unhygienic. But when you can't shower every day, your hair, especially damaged hair, looks awful, and it just looks awful. It was a really bad experience. Eventually, once I cut all this bleach off, it's possible I'll dye my hair. However, I have to be careful because of female pattern baldness chemicals that go into my scalp, into my brain. I have to be careful. And I remember Also, when I thought of you, thinking, you have gray hair, why doesn't Alyssa? That's totally something I would think, the same thing. If I had gray hair, I would be like, why doesn't Shia have gray hair? That's so much like me, Shia, that you would do that you would think that. So, but there is low chemical hair dyes if I get sick of this hair color, because I really can't, I really don't know if I like this hair color, but I really don't know if I like this hair color on me, but it's way better than having damaged hair. So, they don't want me to get delivery because it's dangerous for the delivery people. They just, every little thing I do is like, it's like everything's like such a big deal. Everything's such a production. That's why, like, I just don't have any time. So, Shai, you're feeling a lot of bitterness and resentment. The pendulum said you're feeling a lot of bitterness and resentment and revenge, and I understand why. Luckily, the torture is actually lessening. It got more severe for a few of the days, but I would say that the torture is getting a little bit less. And now that it's becoming more returned back to the sender, I'm told. So I already talked about this. I don't think I'm going to make this a long video, Shia. I think I'm just going to make it one part. That's itchy. I'm still getting tortured, Shia. However, something's different. Something's changed a little bit. It might not last, though. So I'll show you the Walmart list. I'm actually just going to take it out. No, I'm not going to take it out. So this is what I'm thinking about getting. I think I should just show you, but it's kind of hard probably to read. But I'll just show you. And so I have I'll just show you. I want to make sure if I go into Walmart that I have all the prices so I know that which ones to get. And I'm going to eat the green beans out of the can today and the sardines. I wanted to wait to do grocery shopping because my CalFresh is tomorrow, and I prefer trying to eat, use up the CalFresh and then spend whatever I need on the last part of the month. So, snacks, cookies, the chocolate cream wafers, the pudding, the crackers. I'm going to get the stir-fry noodles. I'm going to get tortillas because I want to make refried bean tacos, burritos, like a refried bean salsa. And then I want to get those nacho cheddar cheese. There's 4 individual packs of nacho cheddar cheese, and have that with the burritos. Chocolate bar, coffee. I'm going to get the evaporated milk again with the instant coffee to make that coffee milk drink. Campbell's tomato soup. I'm gonna I might get a little bit of chicken because of the protein, because the canned beef has been kind of, actually the canned beef is too expensive. It's like $4. Green beans, sweet peas. I'll have that with my fish, canned fish, with I'm gonna get just a few russet potatoes. I don't care if it costs extra. And every time I get the bag of potatoes, they rot immediately. Not immediately, but after like a week, they're not fresh. You can't put potatoes in the cupboard. I'm gonna get the apple juice again because I kind of want to do that detox again. I'm not gonna put any pressure on myself because I probably won't. I'm probably too possessed to too. Because I couldn't do I drank the apple juice this week and I never ended up doing the cleanse again. I'm gonna get those canned lentils, add some canned vegetables to lentils probably, and just heat it up with some olive oil and spices. I'm gonna get the French bread. I want to get the watermelon and the grape tomatoes again because I can have the grape tomato salad and then eat the whole watermelon. And also I'm gonna get the tortilla chips with the nacho cheese. I put the nacho cheese and salsa on and make some nachos. And I'm gonna get some SpaghettiOs. And I'm going to get, I already showed you, so you saw everything. So now, I'm not going to talk about, is there any photos quickly to show you? Oh, this was the hair mask. That I put it up in a bun, and the oil unfortunately dripped on my tank top. So I hope I didn't stain the tank top. This is the elbow rash. I'm pretty sure it's from the food poisoning. It's very, very itchy. It doesn't show right now, but it's really bumpy. And because it's not inflamed right now, but it gets really inflamed and red. It's very painful, actually. I will show you one, when I was signed on to YouTube, this was an obvious threat. A person with a gun. That shouldn't be popping up on my YouTube. So I'll show you. No. That's my account. It's not likely that would show up on the top page of my YouTube when I go to sign in. I hit, this is like, student video learning every single day of my life. Is there any more? Oh, pilgrims. Pilgrims. Chicken. Going on a pilgrimage, the first. This was out Walmart or Amazon. And then he changed my Walmart so that it would go under all departments. I kept trying to look up grape tomatoes, and it just kept loading all these weird things, and I couldn't get it off I kept clicking these lists, and it would just pop up random things, and it wouldn't pop up the actual groceries. It was just popping up all these different things from all different departments, and that's never happened. Here's Google Shorts again. There's this sweet potato with 2 eggs. Oh, they're threatening to have more children. Threatening to have more children. And then lion catches safari tracker. I think I'm dyslexic. I can't show the photo with it turned around. I can't maneuver the camera with it turned around. Teeth. Here's my account. This is what I just signed in. Oh, look at your teeth. Look at your teeth. Ow, the little yellow colored string. Look at your teeth. The yellow string. The yellow string, Shia. Remember how I told you I'm corded to the earth like with the size of a thread? Yellow string, the teeth all distorted. I had to get all the fillings. They're all crooked, slanted. They're all ground down. So I have a little bit of, I have like not a cavity, but like it's all ground down. And there's like a hole that's developing on the top of the back tooth. It's been developing for over years. Could turn into a cavity at any time, but it's not. It's very sensitive though. I have all my teeth ground down. And this one's really sharp. This one catches on my, see how that's sharp? It's like a sharp piece because it's, and the dentist wouldn't call that a cavity. And I said, well, it's catching on the skin of my mouth. I said, we're not going to fix that. Like, we're not going to fix that. It's not considered a cavity. Well, eventually it's going to get worse and they'll be able to fix it, I'm sure. Yeah, that's a better picture of the bumps, the bumpy rash on my elbows. And this started happening with the food poisoning. Look at this. They give me itch torture. Look at how scratched my leg is. All the red scratches. Look at that. They itch me so bad and scratch my body so bad with the AI. There's a whole thing with the page not found, Daily Motion. I was trying to share the page. I was trying to share the video. The hacker made it so that it was doubling, so that, and it wasn't tagging Daily Motion to like make it like Daily Motion didn't like me anymore because I emailed them about the, I can't explain it completely, Shy, but if you look up at my Twitter, I posted it twice and I left it up, the one with the double, the link, the double. That's not, Daily Motion didn't do that. The hacker did it. And that's not my voice. I don't look up create your own rules of engagement. Create your own rules of engagement. And there's the wedding ring all over it. And I'm not going to explain this ad. I'm not going to explain it. I catch more things than you think, and you catch more things. Money. Yeah, nothing's going to happen. You're poor. Nothing's going to happen. Nobody's going to jail. You're poor. It's all in your mind. Nothing's happening. I haven't showed. I have to keep showing you these to make sure you know what's being put on my thing. Look at on Daily Motion. Look at that. That's a threat. Anytime I see that, that's a very scary threat. That type of beard. It's very type of, this is not a coincidence that a darker skinned man with that beard is on the front page of Daily Motion. It's not a coincidence. That's a threat. There's so much, I can't explain it. But when on Power of Curon, on PayPal, when I went to go send my subscription, I'm pretty sure the hacker wanted to give Power Curon a message and show that he put my unit number twice. To threaten the Paracuron. That's a serious error, putting a unit number on twice, and it happened on my Google email, my Google account too. My unit number is written twice. 2 is extreme witchcraft number that they're trying to continue to do. So there's way more. I just don't have the time and energy. It's constant vampirism. I can't keep showing this 24/7. However, that's not even half of all of the harassment I've been getting on the computer and internet from this past week. It's not even half what I just showed you. So, and what else was I going to show you? Now I'm going to talk about you, Shia. So I played your video on loop this morning from around 11 to 2 p.m. I'm going to put it back on. And I've been able to just hug the pillow and think about you when I watch your video once in a while throughout the day, and really feel your energy. And we have to continue working on our diet. I think your diet's a little bit better than mine, and that's good. It has to be. However, I'm working on my diet. My diet's not that bad. And every time I look at and start saying these things, there's automatic AI that you're going to get humiliated if I say it, and we're going to get attacked. So there's extreme torture, humiliation, attack that happens every time I go to try to talk about you. And there's like a demon that's just stares down at me the moment I hold on to this folder. There's this demon just staring at me, like right here, like hovering. But Shia, it's very calming to watch your video, and actually I have to write down that I have to play a voice because I haven't in a while. Because I'm constantly putting it on mute. I don't play the TV on here. There's too much AI that I get like automatic panic attacks anytime I play the TV on the wall. It's not because of the neighbor. It's because of a possession. I'm not allowed to play things. Unless I do yoga, I'll definitely play the voice, but that's like a half an hour or an hour. But when you get here, we'll be able to play sound on there. So I'm going to stop talking about you, Shai. I'm going to stop this video because it's 2:53 and I want to make sure that this video gets recorded. And I'm going to talk to you tomorrow and continue to write notes. I love you, Shia. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you so much, Shia, for watching.